I got invited to a function. A woman comes up to me at my job, someone I didn't know. She asked me if I was married. I told her no. Then she asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no, but I am seeing somebody. Somebody I just met. I'm just seeing her. We're just friends right now. She said, okay, you're not really dating. You're just seeing each other. Why don't me and her go out to this function? I will go as her date. I thought about it and I said, well, okay, let's do it. I arrive at the function. My date shows up. She introduces me to her mom, her sister, her kid, and her husband. Welcome to Rewind, my online digital podcast. Let's get right to the point. I was working at a furniture store and I'm saying to myself, what kind of day am I going to have today? Because working in furniture can be very troubling, very convincing at times, dealing with different type of people, dealing with husbands and wives. The list goes on and on. What kind of day am I going to have today? So I'm selling furniture to this woman. She's having a function, so she's having people coming over. She needed a bedroom set. She's looking me up and down. She's looking at me, and then she asked me if I was married. I told her, no, I'm not married. Then she asked if I have a girlfriend. I said, no, I don't have a girlfriend. But at the time, I met somebody, and we was just kicking it, just getting to know each other. At this time, not serious yet, would I like to go out with her to this function? So I asked her what kind of function it is. She said it's a black and white affair. I said, okay, sounds interesting, very formal, very classy. Anyone who knows me knows I'm very formal. I'm very classy. I decided, okay, let's do this. We exchanged numbers. So talking on the phone, I'm trying to get to know her because we literally just met a few days ago. She told me she has a daughter. I said, okay, cool. How old is your daughter? Daughter's about 5 years old. I said, okay. So I'm getting to know her. Attractive young lady, Jamaican descent, Jamaican accent. I thought it was very hot, very sexy. Then she said, in another week, do I mind picking up the tickets at her sister's house? No problem. A week later, I go to her sister's house. I pick up the tickets. So we're on our way to go to this function the following Saturday. Okay? The following Saturday. Following Saturday comes up. I'm interested. I can't wait. I'm going to have a nice time at this black and white affair. I called her up and said, well, where would you like me to pick you up? She said, you know what? Don't pick me up. Just meet me at this function in the city. I said, okay, cool. I drive to the city, drive to the function, all dressed up in a black and white suit because it is a black and white affair. Very, very formal, very classy. Valet parked my car. Now I'm waiting for my date. We're going to call her Denisha. Denisha number one. I'll explain why Denisha number one. Get to the function, I text her and explain that I'm at the function. Waited 15 minutes later, she comes out. Very exquisite, very gorgeous, very elegant looking. I was glad to be with her and glad that she was my date. She comes up and introduced me to her daughter. She did tell me she had one daughter. Next thing you know, she introduced me to another young gentleman who happens to be her son. She said she only had a daughter, so it turns out she has a daughter and a son. I said, well, I didn't know you had a son. You just told me about the daughter. Turns out she has 5 kids. Yes, 5 kids. Not 1, not 2, but 5 kids. Okay. No love connection. We just friends hanging out. Somebody I just met 2 weeks ago. No big deal. Next thing you know, we're waiting, hanging out. So then she introduced me to other members of her family. This is my friend, Tommy, and I thought it was strange that she called me a friend because we just met 2 weeks ago. But hey, okay, no big deal. So she's introducing me to this person, that person, her mom. Next thing you know, she introduced me to this other guy. I go up to him, stocky guy, about my height, dreads down to his back. This is my husband. What? Your husband? She never told me she was married, which I thought it was strange because she asked me if I was married. This is how women are. This is what you guys got to watch out for. So I'm saying husband, I'm thinking I'm being punked. I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come out of the backwards, the back doors or something with the cameras and the lights, because this is not for real. This is not happening. She's married, guys. Married. So now I'm going out with a woman who's married and her husband shows up. I shook his hand. How you doing? And I'm like, this can't be happening. Next thing you know, we go upstairs because the room was ready. Very elegant, very exquisite, very classy. My kind of event. Next thing you know, she is seating everybody at the table. So I go and look at the table that I'm sitting at. I'm sitting at another table with another woman and another couple, while she's sitting at the table behind me with her husband and 5 kids. So she said, why don't you sit over here next to my niece? I said, okay. Her niece was about my age. Denisha, number one, my date, was maybe a few years older than me. So I sit next to her niece, and it turned out her niece had the same name, Denisha. So that's why we're gonna call her Denisha, number 2. She's looking at me kind of weird, like, well, who are you? And I'm looking at her like, who are you? Because we don't know each other. So now I'm kicking it with Denisha, number 2, her niece. I'm looking at the other table and watching her with her husband and, did I say, 5 kids. So then we're talking, having a good time. Me and Denisha, number 2, my second date for the night. Let's have a round of applause for second dates. 2 dates in one night. Cocktail hour. We get up, we go get some cocktail. We're talking, living it up. Next thing you know, we having a dance because it was a formal occasion. They was playing R&B music and some of the old school music and stuff. Me and her on the floor having a great time. I'm kicking it with Denisha, number 2. Even though Denisha, number 1, the married woman, is with her husband, and did I say 5 kids? Next thing you know, the night is going good. Me and Denisha, number 2, we're having a good time. We're kicking it. So next thing you know, the night is about to wind down. And you know, we go to functions, they start playing slow music at the end of the day. So me and Denisha, number 2, we're dancing, having a great time, looking at each other's eyes, dancing really slow, cheek to cheek. Somebody taps me on the shoulder. I look behind me. It's Denisha, number 1. And I'm like, hi, can I help you? She grabs Denisha, number 2, pulls her out the way, kicks her to the curb, which is her niece, by the way, and starts slow dancing with me. And I'm getting nervous because, remember, she came in there with her husband. It turned out her husband left because he had to go to work the next morning. Now, all of a sudden, Denisha, number 1, my original date, is hanging out with me. What kind of foolishness is this? Men, watch out for these women. These women are no good. These are the same women that say what? Men are dogs. Men are bad. There are no good men. These are the women that talk about us. But women do the same thing. They do it better than us. They know the game better than us. I thought this was the weirdest night I ever had. 2 dates, one night. And my first date, her husband shows up. She acts like nothing happened. She palms me over to her niece, who happens to have the same name. So me and her niece, we exchanged numbers. And at the end of the night, we all went our separate ways. I haven't heard from Denisha number one. But Denisha number two and myself, we exchanged numbers. And guess what? It turns out that Denisha number two is also married. What's up with these women? Guys, should you date a married woman? If you dated a married woman, put in comments what was your experience like dating a married woman. If you was involved with a married woman, somebody that's separated, who's still married by the way, put in comments. If you are a woman and you are married and you was involved with a single man, put in comments what did you do and how did you handle the situation. Fellas, watch out for these women. Women are dogs. Women are no good. And women is just as conniving. Ladies, gentlemen, want unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one and plenty more coming up. I want you to do one thing. I want you to hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when a video comes out each and every week. Don't forget to check out my new hit novel, The Third Rail. The Third Rail available on Amazon.com. Online dating will never be the same. Online dating can get you killed. Like the situation with me. It could have got me deleted. Check out my new hit novel, The Third Rail, available on Amazon.com. The link is in the description below. You're watching Rewind.